Adding sound effects to your videos, whether it's YouTube content or AI films, really helps immerse the viewer into the viewing experience. And so if you take a look at this video, as you can see, it feels pretty empty. But now if we add the sound effects and music, that is what brings your video to life. And so here's the easiest way to add sound effects and music to your videos with ElevenLabs. So as you can see in Premiere Pro, I've got this scene from my AI short film. And you'll notice that visually there's a lot going on. There's steam, we've got the engine of the robot powering on, we should have some mechanical noises, and I would go ahead and generate these with ElevenLabs and then start placing them in Premiere Pro right here. And so the way I would do that is I would go to sound effects and I would start describing these sounds that I would hear. So let's just say steam noises, and then I would go and click generate. And then I would go and preview one. And then once I have one I like, I would go ahead and download it and then import that back into Premiere Pro. And then I would actually go and do the exact same with music, describe the song that I want for my project, put it into Premiere Pro, see if it matches, and then rinse and repeat the process. However, a quicker and easier way to add AI sound effects and AI music to your video projects is to actually use the new ElevenLabs Studio. If I click on Studio here, we can actually click on Add Sound Effects and Music. And from here, we can upload our video scene and then directly add and generate music for that project within ElevenLabs. So let's click on Upload, select the video scene that I want to add sound effects to, and click Open. Now, if I click Create Project, we have an ElevenLabs Studio project with my video scene. All I want to do now is click on sound effects and it works the exact same way. And I can simply go ahead and describe the sound that we want to hear within my video project. So for example, right here at 3 seconds, we've got the steam that starts. And so I might go ahead and type in steam. And I want this to last about 4 seconds. So I'm going to do 4 seconds and then click generate. And now as you can see, we've got 4 different samples that I can listen to. And once I found one I like, I can place the playhead at the point in time within the video where I want to add it, and then simply click the plus button. And now the sound effect has been imported into my project. I can adjust, trim, and let's just play it back. And as you can see, my timing was a little bit off here, but directly within the timeline, we can actually click and drag around and move the sound effect to time it perfectly. And we can, from here, then make the decision whether we feel that sound effect matches. So it's a much faster way than going back and forth between Premiere Pro. And now before I do this for the rest of the sound effects, I like to actually add the music first and then layer sound effects on top of that, because the music works as a nice audio bed and helps bring the scene together a little bit more. So if we click on the music icon right here, I can go ahead and describe the music that I want. And so I'm going to type out ominous, dark, sci-fi. Perfect. This is like a dark sci-fi revealing scene. And this is great because we're seeing my robot, biomechanical robot, for the first time. And so I place the playhead where I want the music to start, and I simply click the plus button right here. And now, as you can see, the music's been added. But this scene here, for the purpose of this tutorial, is a lot shorter. So I'm simply going to trim it, and we're going to trim it all the way down so it matches the exact length of the video. And so now you'll notice if I play from the beginning, the music doesn't start straight away. So again, I'm just going to adjust and trim so I get it to a point where the music starts and I think it matches the video. So now let's bring it back to the beginning. And so as you can see, we now have the music bed for our scene and the steam sound effect. And now I'm going to go ahead and add a lot more. And again, to do this, we simply click on sound effects. And here you simply want to describe what you can see happening in the scene and sometimes go even a little bit further than that. So first of all, I want to add engine powering on. Then I'll do light bulb flickering for when the main eye light switches on. And then finally, for the last sound effect, I want some overall mechanical robot noises. So I'm simply going to type out mechanical robot and click generate. And so now I've got all of the sound effects and music layered into my video. And what I can do is actually click on each sound effect and then directly adjust the volume. And so the mechanical noise, I want it to be quite subtle in the background. Then when it comes to the engine powering on, that's quite a present sound. So it's quite loud, but I'm still going to bring it down a little bit. Now the light bulb flickering, that again is very subtle. So that way I'm going to balance it down and bring it down. And then the steam, I might bring that down just a little bit. And so now, if we play it from the beginning, we've got a scene that looks a lot more like this, and you'll see that how the sounds have kind of brought it to life. And the cool thing is once you've done your entire audio and sound pass, you can click on the export button and either render this as a video with the new audio baked into it, or you can go ahead and select audio and then export the audio timeline as a WAV file. So you can simply then drag and drop this straight into your project just like so. And now let's take a look. And that is how to add sound effects and music to your videos using ElevenLabs Studio. Any questions, let us know in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.